Welcome to the channel. Today we are reviewing the Skatebolt electric skateboard. I do have to say, so the little remote, it has a little like battery saving mode. If you flip the button into battery saving mode, caps you at about 10 miles an hour. When I was in that mode, I was able to actually get 18 miles on a single charge, which is what they advertised. I didn't think that we'd be able to do that. Now granted, I'd had the board probably a week at that time and it only charged it 4 or 5 times, but still, we got it. Full disclosure, this is actually my second board. So I got one previously, and after the very first charge, it would not give me a full battery signal on the remote, so it couldn't get full battery. I was getting 6 to 8 miles on a charge no matter what I was doing. Also, they claim that you can ride these things like kind of through puddles, not like a really deep puddle, but they can get splashed. So I took it out in the rain and got it splashed a little bit, and it was acting up for a few days afterwards. So that was a little concerning. So that's a big downside. Probably not going to do that anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, so top speed, I've hit 22 miles an hour. Braking wise, I mean, the brakes actually seem pretty smooth. Acceleration, not the smoothest. Depends on the surface, depends on the wind. But yeah, so let's just enjoy the ride for now. I think the #1 board out there right now is the boosted board, of course. So I don't really know what those specs are, but I do know the price, and those are very expensive. And this Skatebolt skateboard, they make 2. This one that I have was advertised at about $600. Skatebolt had a special. They give you 20% off of that $599, that $600. So 120 bucks off, $480. So we'll see kind of how it stacks up. 18, 19, okay, cool. So battery's almost dead and we're right at 20.5, 21 miles an hour, look at that. Hopefully you can see that. Please, camera. Hopefully. About 22 miles an hour that we're hitting right now, which is awesome. I'm also using this to track distance so I know how far we've gone. So far today, with the wind going full speed and into the wind, with the wind, all that, we're at about 6 miles, and I think we're gonna run out of battery soon. So huge difference between taking it easy on the battery, you know, 10, 12, maybe even 15 miles an hour, kind of taking it easy, getting 18 miles, which is, I mean, that's what they claim, so I gotta give them props for that. But right now we're just cruising at 22 miles an hour. There's 3 lights on the remote that indicate how much battery is left. There's 3 of them, so it's not the best. I'm on my last one, my last light, and it's blinking, so that means I'm close to the end. I think for the price so far, I've been pretty impressed with the top speed, the distance. I mean, I need to look up the boosted specs to really know if this is decent compared to boosted, but this is essentially a third of the price, and I do not think you're getting a third of the performance. I think you're probably getting somewhere to 80 to 90% of the performance for a third of the price. That seems like a really good value to me. Now, what I can't tell you is how long the board will actually last, right? A year, 6 months, a month. My first board lasted a week, right? the company was really good. They sent one out. I mean, within a week, I had a new board to replace the old one. So you have to give them props. Pretty good customer service. They do have a 1-year warranty. That would make me a little nervous that it's only 1 year, because I mean, you'd hope that this would last for $600, that it would last for longer than a year. The one pretty important thing to note is that the speed does drop as the battery drops. Not the whole way, but there is a drop off. So you'll be able to hit that 22 miles an hour max for probably 80% of the battery life, and then that last 20% of the battery is really gonna diminish the speed. When you start getting to the very end of the battery, you'll be at like 10 or 11 miles an hour. You're not gonna come close to 20. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear this, but when the battery gets really low, the board is actually currently beeping at me right now saying, hey, I'm low. And there's different tones. I'm sorry, not different tones. It's not different tones, but they'll beep at a different speed. So as it gets more dead, it'll beep quicker when you stop. Not while you're riding. When you stop, it'll beep at you saying, hey, it's getting low. So we got on the remote. So we had the 3 beeps just then. Only when you stop. It might be less loud while you're going. I can't really tell. But definitely when you stop, you hear those 3 beeps. It starts at 1, and then goes to 2, then goes to 3, and after that, it'll kill the forward direction. So you can't go forward. You can still brake, which is different between the first board that I had, which could have just been messed up. Well, it definitely was messed up, but it would just kill. You wouldn't have brakes, anything, no beeping, warning, nothing. But this one gives you that 1 beep, that 2 beeps, those 3 beeps, and then it's gonna stop. And the remote has 3 LED lights. All 3 lit means it's totally full. The battery's totally full. And then they'll go down from 3, 2, 1, and then the last one will start blinking. That's how you know that you're running low to get a charger or get to where you need to be going. This one, so on this test, I've done the slow test and I got 18 miles. This was the faster test. I was trying to stay above 15 miles an hour. It's got me here at 9.28 miles, if you can see that. Don't pay attention to the time and the pace because I stopped and took some pictures and video for a while. But yeah, so I would take off maybe 2 miles from that. So probably 7 miles of that was going over 15 miles an hour. It was super windy as well, so that's pretty impressive to me. Got 18 going, between 10 and 15 miles an hour, and then got 7 to 8 going between 15 and 20, max speed, which I feel like is pretty good, at least for everything that I'm going to use it for. I don't really have a trip that's 4 miles round trip that I couldn't maybe charge or something like that. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it's a heck of a lot of fun to ride, especially on a nice day like this at the lakefront. Even with the wind, going with the wind was awesome because we could just cruise at 22 miles an hour. It was incredible. Hope this review was helpful for you in deciding, what skateboard to get, or if you're interested in this one, gonna give it a chance or not. Goodness gracious, that cricket is super loud. Their customer service was very good, at least for my first board to my second board. Obviously, having to send one back is not encouraging at all, but it seems that you'll have that care for a year. So do with that as you will. We really appreciate you. Thanks for watching Break It Yourself, and we'll see you next time.